So we are going to look at an example for the Karatsuba multiplication algorithm. The numbers I am going to multiply are 1917 into 2109. So step 1, 1917 is my first number, which I am going to call N1. 2109 is my second number, which I am going to call N2. Now obviously these numbers are 4 digits long, neither of them is a single digit, so this is not my base case. I have to divide. So I divide N1 into A and B, which are 19 and 17 respectively. Appade split it the halfway. And the second number into C and D, which are 21 and 09 respectively. So this is my divide step. Now you have to calculate the partial products, which are AC 19 into 21, BD 17 times 9, and S3 will be A plus B times C plus D, which is 19 plus 17 times 21 plus 9, which happens to be 36 times 30. So if you can see 17 into 9, your 9 is a single digit number, so you can apply your base case, just do direct multiplication, 153. So S2 is 153, we know it very well, but S1 and S3, as you can see, you do not have any single digit number, so you will have to go for another step recursively. So step 1.1, we will try to compute 19 into 21. So I will recap this part first. We had 1917 into 2109, not the base case, divide A19, B17, C21, D9 respectively. Write down S1, S2, S3 according to the formulae. S2 luckily happens to have one single digit, so just apply the base case, get the number. S1, S3, unfortunately you do not have a base case, so you have to recurse. So now we come to step 1.1. We will try to calculate 19 into 21 first. Again, not the base case, so divide. 19 is split into A1, B9. 21 is split into C2, D1. Again try to calculate S1, S2, S3, A, C, B, D, A plus B into C plus D. Luckily everything here is single digit, so normal multiplication. AC is going to be 1 into 2 is 2, BD is going to be 9 into 1 is 9, A plus B times C plus D is going to be 1 plus 9, which is 10, into 2 plus 1, which is 3, so 30. So you divided, you computed the partial products for step 1.1. So we will now have to combine. So since this is the base case, this was your divide part, this was your conquer part, because everything was base case, this is where you conquered. Now you are going to combine. So you have all the values, S1 2, S2 9, S3 30. The number of digits was 2, so we need n floor 2, which is 1, and twice of that, which is 2. Now this is the formula I have been talking about all the while. So if you just substitute the values, you will get 399. So you remember step 1.1 we were trying to find 19 into 21, and why did we do that? Because we needed that for S1. So the answer we finally got is 399. So you put back S1 equals 399, and if you use a calculator or pen and paper to check, you will find out that 19 times 21 is actually 399. So again, step 1.1 we divided, everything was base case luckily, so we conquered direct multiplication. Combine was straightforward, we had all the values, we know the formula, we just had to put in the numbers and calculate. We got 399. So coming back to step 1, S1 we now know is 399, S2 we already knew, S3 36 times 30 is a question mark. So we will now take another recursive tour and compute that one. So we come to step 1.2, where we had to do 36 into 30. Again you split it into A3, B6, C3, D0. Again everything is single digit, so that was divide. This is conquer, which will also be straight up single digit multiplications. Again your number of digits was a 2, n floor 2 is 1, n floor 2 is 1, and twice of that is a 2. I am sorry, this is a mistake on my part, this has to be a 2. Now you know all the values, you plug them in, you will get 1080. So this was supposed to go here, 36 times 30. Again I would encourage you to check with the calculator, whatever, you will see that 36 times 30 is 1080. So that was step 2. So now that we have all the numbers we want, this was some 399, this 153 we already had, This I think we got 1080 if I'm not wrong. We have all those numbers. We know our number of digits was 4 because here we had 19172109, 4 digit numbers. N floor 2 would be 2. 4 divided by 2 is a 2. Twice of that is again a 4. You have all the values, plug it in, you will get this number 4042953. Again I checked this with a calculator, and if you multiply these two numbers 1917 times 2109, this is the answer we are getting. So I will quickly recap what we did. You take the number, you split it into two halves. Do the same with the other number also. If your halves, if even one of the halves is going to be a single digit number, you can directly do your base case multiplication and get the answer. Otherwise, recursively keep repeating until you get single digits. Do the multiplication, get the partial products. You already know the number of digits, so n floor 2 and twice of n floor 2 is a piece of cake. You know the formula, plug in the values and you will get your answer. Put that answer back where it belongs. Do the same thing as many times as the recursion needs you to do. Finally, once you have all the answers, plug it together, you will get the final answer. That is Karatsuba multiplication for you.